I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Alright everybody, it's that time of year again. It's time to start thinking food plots and nutrients. The deer have lost their antlers. It's time to start really pushing that protein and nutrients that they need throughout the year, not only for your big bucks or to grow big bucks, but to also help with your does during fawning season. So we have the Comeback Kid and Hot Chick from Domain. We're going to be putting out approximately 8 acres worth today. That's why I got 2 of the 4-acre buckets. The super fast shipping, prices are awesome, and super good guys to work with. This is a new piece of property for us that we just acquired back in December. And if you've seen the footage, my girlfriend Libby shot her first deer out here, and we noticed the potential for the bucks that we have out here. So we noticed that they're not getting quite the nutrients they need, so we decided to go ahead and put in a bunch of food plots. But like I said, I got my dad back here on a piece that we call the East Clearing. It's a new clearing that the landowner did. Just opened it up this year, so we're going to get it started. And then we've got a few others back in the timber where deer aren't being fed as much as they are out here. So I'm going to get going and get to work. Alright, we've got this spot seeded. Again, I said this is super rocky ground. So we dug down with the disc as best we could, but hopefully with what the grass that's still here, and being able to get down in that topsoil just a little bit, we'll have a good stand of clover and alfalfa here in the next couple weeks. Now here in the next couple weeks, I'm also going to be bringing in Nutri-Guard from Nutri-Plot, and what it is not only is it a fertilizer, but it's also a deterrent to keep the animals out of here long enough for my crop to mature. So now with that Nutri-Guard, you hear deterrent. Well, even though it's got a deterrent in it, it can be washed away with a good rain. So It's not something that's going to keep the deer out all season long. It's just enough to help get that clover and that alfalfa matured. So our other plan with this down here is hopefully we can come in and drill in some sort of other attractant or plant. I know we've been talking about the turnips from Domain. We're also talking about some soybeans, some corn maybe, but this little spot down here is going to be awesome. It's down in the middle of the property. It's secluded. There's big valleys on each side of this lane here, and then there's two draws that come in down there and one back here. So I really think it's going to be a good spot. Alright, so back up here today. It's been a couple days since we were last up here, but we coming back up to finish planting because the other day we had some tractor issues. So we got back home, got some tools, came back up today, and was worried what was wrong with it. Kind of knew it wasn't getting fuel for some reason, but luckily we got it going, and gonna try to finish out the day today. So seems to be running good now though. We don't have a whole lot left to do. I think we got three more food plots. So again, doing what we can do. What we got going on right now is he's disking up this big piece we're going to turn into a food plot, and this ground's super rocky. If you can hear him on the disc just bouncing off rocks, but it is turning over enough dirt to be able to get some seed in the ground to germinate and grow. It is a lot more work, more than just going out and throwing out a feeder or corn or protein, but again, hard work pays off in the end. And like I said, with this place, it's super thick through here, and any little opening we have, we're trying to put a food plot to make sure deer have, or all my deer have enough to eat. And it's not just about attracting deer and maintaining them on your property, but it's making sure you get the best nutrients and minerals for your deer to help them grow, help them be healthy. I always say that if you take care of your does, the bucks will be there with them. So make sure you take care of your does. And with these food plots, it's also giving nutrients and mineral for them for fawning season. So healthier the doe, healthier the fawn, and healthier the buck in the long run. If you have a piece of property, it's always good to do and have food plots and salt blocks, mineral blocks. But the main things you need to have on your property is cover, water, and food. So with it being super thick, we've got the cover down, and then we've got 5 or 6 ponds on this property. One of them is about an 8-acre pond, and which is spring fed. We also have a bunch of springs running through this place, so we have water year round. But we just needed to take care of the food part. When we got this place in December, there wasn't a whole lot of food for them. The landowners have been awesome feeding them, but we decided to go ahead and start with protein. Now your protein, you can go to your local feed store and get what's called 20% cattle pellets, and it's 20% protein, magnesium, calcium, a whole bunch of other minerals that's super good for deer, and will help grow big deer, and it'll help the does during fawning season. So alright everybody, it's been about 2 weeks since we came up and planted the food plots with the domain. Like I said, and while we were planting, we're going to come back up and put out some Nutri-Plot. We've got the Nutri-Guard. It does have the deterrent in it. Our next forecast for rain is Friday, I believe, so that'll give it plenty of days to soak in. And again, I said that deterrent will get washed off with a heavy rain, so I believe it's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which also sucks because I was supposed to be turkey hunting that weekend. But the food plots are coming up really good. Got a few places that it didn't come up real good, and we'll just go back and reseed through it. But we're going to go ahead and get the food plot, or get the fertilizer put out today. And with this stuff, it's 1 quart per 10 gallons. So 1 quart will go quite a ways. I think they said 4 acres per quart. So we're going to go ahead and get it mixed up and get it sprayed. Alright, as you can see, this is our newest plot. When we planted this, it was bare dirt. It's not growing as fast as I thought it would, but it's still looking really good. A whole lot of clover, greening up real good. And with that fertilizer, with it having a deterrent in it, it'll actually keep them out of here long enough for it to mature and be valuable for them. So again, it's looking really good. I can't wait for this fall. I also can't wait to see what that fertilizer does as far as keeping them out and growing the plant. So I think we're going to end up coming up again here in the next week or so and do a little more out here and see how it looks. Stay tuned.